Hello and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog fantasy pick and plays for Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with the promo code DailyDog. That's DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. Get a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. Again, use promo code DailyDog. Best promo code out there. You're not going to do better on bigger shows, bigger sites, whatever. 50% up to $1,000 is as good as it gets, and I've got it. Other shows do not have it. Some do, but not all of them. That's all I will say there. Hopefully you have been using the extender this season. If you're an existing Underdog member, game 6, that means we're getting a really nice boost today in NBA. Or not today, but tomorrow. But I have an NBA entry today that you can use it on, or you can wait till tomorrow when I add a couple more to it. But yesterday we didn't have the best day in the world, but hit some stuff. Got a refund, hit WNBA. I talked about yesterday, how I was trying to diversify and get in some more sports as we wind down the NHL and NBA seasons. WNBA was popular in my DMs. If there's other sports on Underdog, other games like esports and stuff like that people want entries for on a regular basis, let me know and I will start handicapping some of those as well. I think I told this story a couple days ago, but I really started taking gambling seriously with esports back in the day when it became a new thing around 2016. Betting on Korean StarCraft, betting on League of Legends around the world. Those were good times because they were completely mispriced. Not so easy anymore, but there's still opportunities, and then Underdog has a massive slate of offerings, so you better check those, so we can work into those. But I just want to make sure that I'm going into a sport that is going to be feeding this audience. So thank you for listening to everybody who's in here every single day. Join the YouTube. The YouTube needs to keep growing. Obviously, if you've not, just hit subscribe on there. And the podcast, since I've started doing the early morning releases once again, early morning East Coast releases of this show, the listenership is going back up again as well on the podcast platform. So that is good to see. But enough about that. Let's get to the stuff you're here for. Let's get to the picks. Let's go with the 13 entries we have today. As always, we're starting with Major League Baseball. I'm going to go with Hunter Goodman, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Hunter Goodman is just good, man. I mean, it sounds funny, or it's not funny. It's a lame joke. I wasn't even trying to make that joke. He is just good, though. He, had another homer. He had 3 RBIs yesterday. Just the last couple of games, he's been heating up. He's batting, over 285, close to 290. Power hitting catcher. Good prospect for this team. He had 2 hits in the previous game versus the Nationals. I don't think that this is going to slow down anytime soon. So give me Hunter Goodman higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I'm going to pair him with Nick Castellanos higher than 1.5 total bases against the Marlins. The Phillies lost to the Marlins yesterday. Nick Castellanos got benched for a day because of comments he made. I think that Big Nick energy is going to bring that energy to the plate tomorrow or today. And he's going to get a not a home run, but he's going to get at least two total bases. Maybe it's a home run, maybe it's a double, maybe it's a couple singles. I don't know, but I think that he's got something to prove. Narratives in baseball are huge. We saw Rafael Devers have a good game in his debut. Castellanos, this narrative, I think, is going to play into his favor. So Hunter Goodman, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Nick Castellanos, higher than 1.5 total bases, 3.33x. MLB entry number 2, Alejandro Kirk, higher than 0.5 RBIs. The man was over yesterday in a big win for the Blue Jays. I don't think that that's going to stand. The way that he bats fourth in the lineup quite often means that he's usually going to have Bo Bichette on base. Addison Barger's been good lately. Obviously, Vladdy Guerrero batting in that 3-hole most of the time. Those guys get on base. I think there's a good shot. Alejandro Kirk will get a run here or RBI here against Eduardo Rodriguez because he is the weakest link in the Diamondbacks pitching rotation. Pairing him with Gleyber Torres, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Another guy who had a disappointing day yesterday for the Tigers. Tigers had some good offense, scored 7 runs. Gleyber did very little of it. I think he only had a walk yesterday, didn't get a hit. I'm looking for him to rebound against Andrew Heaney. Again, this is a home game for the Tigers. Comfortable hitting there. Give me Gleyber Torres higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And Alejandro Kirk higher than 0.5 RBIs, 3.87x multiplier. MLB entry number 3. We're going with Francisco Lindor higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs versus Chris Sale. Sounds a little scary. Sale's obviously about as good as it gets right now in Major League Baseball pitchers, aces, however you want to say it. But I will say Francisco Lindor has 14 hits on 34 at-bats against him, 2 home runs, 2 doubles. It's a 4.12 average. I'm going to take Lindor in this matchup. I'm going to pair him with Heliot Ramos higher than 1.5 total bases. against the Guardians and Logan Allen. He gets to face a lefty here. Ramos getting a flat multiplier on 1.5 total bases is wonderful. I mean, the pressure is lifted on him a little bit. He's got that lefty bat in front of him from Rafael Devers. This is a 3.27x multiplier. Francisco Lindor higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Heliot Ramos higher than 1.5 total bases for the Giants. MLB number 4. Mike Trout higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs versus Ryan Yarbrough. Trout is batting about 327. Let me double check. He's batting even better. 429 against Ryan Yarbrough for his career. So 3 hits on 7 at bats, 11 plate appearances. He can get some sac flies. Obviously, the guys in front of him, actually, Neto and Shanuel, are playing very well. I like both those guys. I like Trout against the soft toss and Ryan Yarbrough, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Pairing that with Jacob Misiorowski, higher than 4.5 strikeouts for the Brewers, the young pitcher who throws over 100 multiple times a game, starter. The Cubs are going to be trying to get the ball out of the park. That will probably lead to some runs for the Cubs, but I think it's also going to lead to strikeouts. So higher than 4.5 strikeouts for Jacob Misiorowski. Mike Trout, higher than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, 3x multiplier on that one. All right, let's go to the pitcher combos. Logan Allen and Justin Verlander, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Logan Allen, I think, is in trouble. Justin Verlander could be in trouble, mainly because Jose Ramirez and Carlos Santana have both seen him a ton. They bat at the top of the lineup. This is actually like insane. We don't usually see this many, pitcher matchups, but Verlander and Santana are both so old that they've got crazy stats. So 86 at bats, 99 plate appearances for Santana. He's got 9 home runs against him. And then also Jose Ramirez has seen him 41 times, 13 hits, batting .317, 4 home runs against him. So I'm just saying that there's a good chance that Verlander could give one up. And I think Logan Allen, is going to be in trouble versus some of the righties. And then now the good lefties on this Giants lineup. So higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed in that Giants Guardians game. Then Andrew Heaney and Tarik Skubal, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. I know that I was just talking about Torres. Obviously, Torres is the top of the lineup for the Tigers, but I don't think he's going to score a run in the first inning. I think Heaney and definitely Skubal will be able to get out of that first inning clean, 2.68x multiplier. MLB pitchers entry number 2, Jared Kokonowicz and Ryan Yarbrough, higher than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Home runs are on the menu. That's all I'm going to say with these 2 pitchers on the bump facing these batters. Then I'm going to go with Paul Blackburn, Chris Sale, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed. Blackburn, usually good. He's come back from injury, so he's a pretty good pitcher, but it's just, I don't think he has the length, but I think early in the game he'll be fine. Chris Sale, lower than 0.5 first inning runs allowed as well, because he is Chris Sale, and I think that he's going to at least get out of the first inning. 2.64x multiplier on that one. Let's get to the tennis entries. Brandon Nakashima, higher than 9.5 aces versus Dan Evans. Nakashima is a great server on grass. Dan Evans, older, can't move as well. I know that, there's some things that are in his favor, namely the location, but I'm going to give Nakashima the advantage here, higher than 9.5 aces versus Evans. Then I'm taking Arina Sabalenka, lower than 20.5 games played versus Rebecca Masarova. On grass, on any surface, Arina Sabalenka is dangerous. Masarova is not someone I'm afraid of. So give me Sabalenka lower than 20.5 games played. Let's make this thing quick and clean. 2 sets and 6-2, 6-2. WNBA entry number 1. Let's keep the WNBA streak going. We hit one yesterday, our first one of the year. Let's make another one here. Marina Mabrey, higher than 19.5 points. Last 2 games at home, 34 and 22 points. Let's do it again here for Marina Mabrey. Alyssa Thomas, lower than 7.5 rebounds. Alyssa Thomas is not actually having these type of she's not really putting up these type of numbers, so it just doesn't make sense. It's slightly below 3x multiplier here, but I think it's worth it. I would think it's worth taking the risk there. Lotto entry number 1, Aaron Judge, higher than 2.5 total bases. Marina Mabrey, higher than 2.5 3-pointers made. This woman is shooting 6+ 3-point attempts per game. That's what you like to see when you put these in your Lotto entries. Josh Lowe, higher than 0.5 runs. Didn't get one yesterday. Let's go back. Let's get Lowe. Top of the order, man. Get a run here. Bobby Witt Jr., higher than 0.5 stolen bases. You're getting a good number here because Corbin is on the bump, lefty, and it's kind of harder is what you would expect. But Bobby Witt Jr. can steal on anybody. 27.39x multiplier if you play that one straight up. If you flex it, you're about 12x and less and about 2-point-something x if it goes 2 out of 3. I recommend flexing it, get in that 2 and change multiplier there, or sorry, 3 out of 4. Then let's go to Dong Squad number 1. Jose Ramirez, higher than 0.5 home runs. Christian Yelich, higher than 0.5 home runs. Ellie De La Cruz, higher than 0.5 home runs. 117.53x or 58.76x if it goes 3 out of 3 on the flex. 11.19x if it goes 2 out of 3 on the flex. Yelich is on fire. Ellie De La Cruz is Ellie De La Cruz, and Jose Ramirez has 4 homers against Verlander. He's not scared of this matchup. Dong squad number 2, Josh Bell higher than 0.5 home runs. The big man against the Rockies pitching, and Herman Marquez, give it to me. Ketel Marte higher than 0.5 home runs. He's got 2 against Lauer in the past. Keep it up. Jordan Westberg higher than 0.5 home runs. Taj Bradley can get taken deep. 109.77x if it goes 3 out of 3. Flex at 54.88x or 9.48x if it goes 2 out of 3. NBA entry number 1. We're getting one in early for tomorrow. Miles Turner higher than 13.5 points. Injured Halliburton, Mount Turner has to pick it up. Chet Holmgren lower than 15.5 points. He's not a primary scorer on this team. 3x multiplier. All right, that's all I got for today. Good luck on your picks, and let's make some money.